Recording in progress.
Question 3. In 2018, the US had its lowest unemployment rate for 18 years. Cyclical unemployment was very low, so was the rate of inflation. The US also experienced a rise in labor productivity. However, it did not do so well in reducing poverty. In 2018, approximately 12% of Americans were living in poverty. Whoa. Define cyclical unemployment. When we talk about cyclical unemployment is an unemployment that arises or occurs as a result of a fall in aggregate demand. As soon as aggregate demand falls, that means consumption in the economy has fallen. Firms will not be making revenue. They have to dispose or they have to disengage workers. So it's cyclical. Money is not coming in, money is not going to go out.
Yes.
So this is what we call cyclical unemployment. I think that is clear.
Yes.
B. Explain 2 ways a firm could increase the productivity of its workers. I said a firm could increase the productivity of workers in the following way. 1. Introduction of division of labor. Introduce division of labor. So when you introduce division of labor, it means each worker or each employee will be doing what he knows how to do best. So it could bring out specialization in each employee. Because you've divided, what is division of labor? The breaking down of production process into different stages, and each stage can be performed by different people. That's what division of labor means. It means that each individual might be able to concentrate on one aspect of production. And when you continuously do that aspect well, or that function well, you become an expert there. So doing this might motivate workers because you are doing what you know how to do best. Do you get it or not? Division of labor means we are breaking down production process into different stages, which each stage can be performed by a different person. Oh, the math teacher will be teaching math, the English teacher will be teaching English, the business will be teaching business, the geography will be teaching geography. We've divided the jobs. So he continues to teach math, she continues to teach geography. She becomes an expert in geography, yes or no? That brings out the best in her. That brings out the best in him. As a result of that, he starts doing what he knows how to do best. He will be motivated. Unlike giving him what he cannot do or what he doesn't know how to do. So when you divide job based on the strength of each employee, it could bring out the best in them. Productivity will increase. That's the first point. Is it clear?
Yes.
The second point is about investing in capital goods. When you invest in capital goods, it means that workers will be able to use equipment. It won't just be like physicality every time. So they will be able to use equipment, which increases their productivity. Clear? Yes. The third point is about raising their wages. If wages are increased, like bonuses, like commission, it motivates workers. Is it clear?
Yes.
So we go to C. Analyze the advantage of a low rate of inflation. A low rate of inflation implies that prices are still rising, but not at a higher rate. That was the first point. Prices are still rising, but not at a higher rate.
Stable.
Not stable. Not at a higher rate. Price is still increasing. When we talk about disinflation, that means a fall in inflation rate. That is what we're talking about. But here is low inflation rate. It's not disinflation. If it was disinflation, it means inflation rate is becoming less. But here they're saying low rate of inflation. There's still inflation. Mm-hmm. Do you get the difference here now?
Yes.
So the second point I make is about low rate inflation may increase profit. If it is demand pull inflation, profit will increase. Because it means that firms will be able to still charge higher price. Get my point here. Low rate inflation would bring about profit for firms. How? If it is demand pull inflation. Demand pull inflation means that firms will be, there's increase in the demand for consumers. So because there's a high rate of, there's an increase in the rate of inflation, this will make them to make more profit. And if they make more profit, what happens? Their revenue will increase. They might be able to invest in expansion, which leads to increase in employment. Because if they want to expand, that could also increase employment opportunity. And if employment increases, what happens? Consumers will have more income. Do you see how it works here? The first point I talked is about Low rate inflation means that there's still rise in inflation, but not at a higher rate. The second point I'm making is that low rate inflation would increase profit for firms. How? Especially if it is about demand pull inflation. Demand pull inflation is as a result of aggregate demand increasing. Yes or no? So if demand is increasing, firms will be making more profit through revenue. And if they are making more revenue through profit, or if they are making more profit through revenue, they might have the incentive to expand or to increase production because there is demand pull inflation. So for them to increase production, they have to employ more workers. So employing more workers will increase income in the economy. Is it clear? Yes. The third point I make is about cost of production. I said cost of production may reduce as low menu cost. What is low menu cost? So firms will not need to change their price tag every now and then. There's still low rate inflation. Mm-hmm. So we don't have to be changing the prices of the price tag. You know price tag, right? Yes. We don't have to be changing price tag every now and then. So there's low cost menu. Unlike when there's high rate of inflation, every now and then we have to change our price tag. We are using papers, we are using things to change them. It increases the cost of production. Mm-hmm. So there will be low menu cost as a result of low inflation rates.